Minute
Rufus
Rice
is so
offers
bad.
$5 and says, "RN, there are entirely too few reptiles in your camera. I would like to offer this bribe to correct that." Oh, I'm sure I will dig one out shortly.
It's
So,
since we're on reptiles, are we can we confirm that you're not missing one, especially a baby rattlesnake? Or did you miss the news?
Have missed the news.
Your favorite inmate got bitten by a baby rattlesnake because he didn't know the difference between two snakes, and his daughter, I guess, her snake got away, and he picked up a rattlesnake, got bitten in the hand 3 times. Then, according to his own Dr. Dino medical things, he started zapping himself with his taser frantically, because that helps when you get bitten by poisonous snakes. And he now knows that it doesn't work with venomous snakes, because they had to take him to hospital, where he spent the most painful night of his life after being bitten 3 times.
I
thought this was by far the most hilarious news of the week.
So he tased himself.
Yes,
so
he's been advocating for that on videos.
Well, if you get this article from JARS, Jungle Aviation and Radio Service, you'll see where they talk about using electricity to treat snake bites. Dr. Roger Gadarian in western Ecuador treated 300 cases of snake bite. The pain is gone in 15 minutes if shock is applied within 30 minutes. What they do is they use a stun gun, makes a little electric spark. If you get bit by a poisonous snake or a poisonous spider, they've discovered over the last 20 years, a lot of research has been done, a spark right on the injury site will neutralize the poison. They say if you get bit by a snake, do it in an X pattern, once this way, once this way. If it's been more than 30 minutes, tie a electrode to hook a wire to one of these and make a long wire and go around the other side, so the spark has to go through the limb. If it's been more than 30 minutes, you probably should also spark halfway from the injury to the heart, because the poison's traveling.
That's how you
first said that he couldn't tell the difference between a rattlesnake and his daughter. I was like, what?
No, his daughter's snake.
No.
His daughter had a snake.
2 snakes.
Yeah.
So I have to wonder, what is his daughter's daughter? What kind of snake does she have?
I haven't been able to figure it out what kind of snake that was, but I mean, I so hope that someone in Dinosaur Adventureland took some footage of Hovind zapping himself with his taser, because that is something we need to see.
Why didn't you do the electric shock? I did the little bitty electric shock on my thumb quickly as much as I could, but to get a stun gun, I didn't have a stun gun. So to get the higher voltage, I just said, I'll just go to the hospital.
And because remember Anderson, pardon me, that horrible INFB pastor, just the absolute bastard who wants to like break his finger pressing the button to kill all the gays, and he's just the worst. He's one of the worst human beings in the world. And of course he likes to make a big display of non-compliance with the law, just to be a dick so he can pretend he's persecuted. And he tried this with some border officials, and he got tased and screamed like a bitch. And it was awesome. It was beautiful listening to him like screaming and crying, and but then of course the church releases the security footage with like sad music over it, the playing into the pathos of like, I kept kicking the snake and I got tased, and yeah, it's just, I would love to have that for Hovind. I would love that. That would just, I could fall asleep to that.
Thank you for sharing that with me. That made my morning. I mean, I've often mentioned that man is profoundly stupid. I mean, just impressively stupid. But this,
what? Electric shock neutralized snake venom. That is what many people have said and done. Yes, it's correct. Missionaries in the jungle carry a small stun gun, neutralize poison. chemotoxic or neurotoxic. I didn't have one. So here I go. Take off.